make it. Oh God.
So I was going to walk you around, show you all the odds and ends we have to do to get ready. We got a camper, we got a big old army truck, we got a tool trailer, Daniel's bus. The Rainbow Boxer bus is not here at the moment, but it will be coming back over Sunday. He's just getting it cleaned up at his own place. Going to hook up my camper to it. It'll tow the camper there. My deuce and a half will tow the tool trailer. So we'll walk around and take a look at stuff. The most important part of the trip, the tractors. There's, of course, my rig, Silver Bullet. Everyone's seen it. This is our buddy Chris's rig. It's got a name, Ghost Rider. That's, he's got some skull on it. At one time, the paint was really cool on it. I mean, it's faded and beat up now, but... Then we got Jordan's with his wild paint scheme he threw on that one. And then finally, of course, Chaos, the Rainbow Boxers rig. We'll back up a little bit here. These three tractors are pretty much identical. They're all built from the same chassis, have the same transaxles, same engines, virtually identical mechanically. They are all built approximately the same time. Jordan's is a little bit different in the rear end. We got a little bit different gearing on his transmission, but for the most part, they're all identical. And then, of course, mine is, it was built before those, and then it's been updated probably, I'm going to say this is probably the third version of it, just to kind of get it all the way up to date to match what we're doing with everything else. It's got it does not have the same kind of engine. It's got a V-twin as opposed to those, which all have Briggs opposed twins. It's got the same transmission. It's got a little bit different steering in it, a little bit different clutch setup, but pretty much the same idea, the same kind of rig. So we're going to take these to Haspin. We're going to wheel the crap out of them, and we'll hopefully survive with very few breakdowns. They have been very reliable, so we hope to have a lot of fun with them. And you guys should be able to see a lot of video of them. That goes to Haspin every year with us. This is Jacob's, my son's. He'll be 16 this year when he goes. This is actually the well, I take that back. Not the very first fast tractor I built, because that would be back when I was approximately 14 or so. But the very first one I built as an adult. And it's gone through some serious changes over the years. It's nothing like what it started out as. But it's his rig. It's got a 6-speed Peerless in the rear. It's only got a 3/4 axle in it. It's got a 12-horse engine that I just put a 5-horse recoil start on for when the battery's being stupid. But it will be joining us as well, and hopefully my son will have a good time with it as always. 1973 Cobra camper. I've had this for probably, I don't know, 12 years or so. The only time it gets used anymore is for Haspin. We have a nicer camper now that we use for the family. So this is pretty much the mud 4x4, whatever, hunting if you want. We don't really do hunting, but if you like it that way, they could certainly do it. We'll take a quick look at it. She ain't in perfect shape, but the roof don't leak. I got an awning on it. I don't know how well the camera's going to work inside here. Oh, it looks pretty good. You got to check out the countertop. The countertop is something else. This is all seashells in epoxy. We got a red backlash. Got the AC. There's the camper. We walk on in the back. We got our shower. We can't see much of anything back here. Believe it or not, there's a toilet back there in the dark. As I try to fall down. This here turns out into a bed. We got a bed up top. We got a table / bed down below. Got a extra large fridge that was added in at some point. So this is where I spend my Haspin days in, getting cleaned up and making food and enjoying the air conditioning when we need it. So let's go check out something else. 1968 M35A2. Some call it a deuce and a half, or just M35 with the multi-fuel in it. It's pretty typical. You can see I added a muffler on it. This here hauls all the tractors to Haspin, and then it pulls the trailer behind me, we'll be looking at in a second. I've done quite a bit to it. We won't go into too much detail on that right now, but it's, as far as drivetrain goes, it's fairly stock. It does like 60 miles per hour if you have it up on the red line. Typically I run at about 55. Pulling the trailer, his trailer's real heavy. It's probably close to 9,000 pounds anyways, plus the load of tractors we have in there, plus the fact that the engine in this is only rated for 140 horse. If we want, we can flip this down right here, take a quick peek. Really can't see anything. There's the turbo. It's got the Whistler turbo on it, in case you're wondering. Has a massive winch on the front. Pretty Spartan interior. There ain't much to them. So another thing I have is the extra levers for my dump bed. But, well, added that light to it. So pretty typical deuce and a half. Ain't a whole lot real special about it, but we just changed oil on it and greased everything up, checked all the fluids on it. So it's ready to go for another year. Now let's go take a look at the trailer. You can see it's a dual axle, single tires. It's rated to haul 5 tons. It's got an air over hydraulic system, so you actually have to have air brakes, which the Deuce does have an air brake hookup to tow it. It's got those, there's a landing leg. It has one at each corner. You can jack the whole thing right off the ground, make it nice and level. I think it's about 36 inches to the deck. We bring this with us and we pack pretty much the garage into it. One barrel's got fuel for the deuce and a half. The other barrel has clean water. There's a little generator. Camera's not focusing. There we go. We have some parts bins. I mean, just chock full of extension cords. We got spare tires. All kinds of stuff. Come up here. This is the toolbox, obviously. And it's, I don't know if we'll be able to see it or not. Apparently not there. Guess you're not going to be able to see it. Oh well. Anyways, we bolt it to the, you can kind of see it there. That wheel is actually in a piece of channel, and the wheel is bolted to the channel, and the channel is bolted to the trailer. So the toolbox isn't strapped in, it's actually bolted in, which is a good thing because this thing weighs 880 pounds empty, and it's probably well over 2 or 3 tons now with all the tools in it. So that there will also be following us to Haspin. So the only thing left is the Rainbow Boxers bus, which is, as everybody's seen before, a bus. And we will be ready to go in a couple days and heading down the road.